What's up, you guys? Okay, a couple months ago, you guys had been commenting about my weight loss. Thank you for realizing, thank you for recognizing, put some hard work into that, 20 pounds down. And you were asking, how did I do it? So because the new year is upon us and everybody's out here hashtagging new year, new me, let's get into how I did it, why I did it, and hopefully how I can inspire you to do it. Before we get started, don't forget to hit the bell next to the subscription button so that you are notified every time there is a new All Things Adrienne episode. I legit at the top of the summer looked at myself in the mirror and I was just like, what are the things that I want to change? And one of those things was, I want to be healthy and I don't want to go on like a diet. I want this to be a lifestyle. I gave myself all of these goals and deadlines that I had to make. So for you out there right now, if you got your phone out, if you got a notepad out, write what you think is a realistic timeline for your weight loss. For me, my goal was getting to 105 pounds and I was willing to do that in 3 months. For me personally, this wasn't just like a body makeover. It was mind, body, and soul. So I did what's called First 15. I don't know if any of you guys have ever heard of it. You take 5 minutes to pray, 5 minutes to write, and 5 minutes to read the word. I would wake up in the morning and I would pray. I would write while I was listening to like worship music. So I'd find songs that I felt inspirational. I like Goodness of God in the morning. For you, it may be the Rocky theme song. Whatever motivates you to get up and get at it and be like, this is my goal, this is my intention, this is my focus. That's what you gotta do. So I cut out major things from my diet, such as regular bread. I do not eat bread, I do not eat pasta, I do not eat anything that is white refined carbs. Like that's just not good for me. I recognize that it makes me feel sluggish. It fills me up very quickly, but it has no nutrients to it. And I recognize that there's other alternatives that I have found to love just as much. Ezekiel bread is one of them. It's my replacement for regular bread. And I really do love rice cakes, like the little rice cakes that makes me feel like I've had bread. And I used to be obsessed with bread. And I know so many of us are like, I can't give that up. I'm gonna sound like a broken record. What do you want? What do you want for your life? And if you don't wanna give up something, then you don't want it badly enough. Like, it's just the facts. Like, there's no shortcuts, there's no easy way to do it. If you look in the mirror and there is something you don't like, you have to make a decision within yourself to say, I am going to make a change so that I can get the results that I want that make me feel good about me. So an average day, again, I said breakfast, 50 shades of green, oatmeals. I like to add blueberries to my oatmeal. It's a good antioxidant. Avocado toast, either on Ezekiel bread or rice cakes. Protein shakes. You guys can make protein shakes for yourself in the morning. One of my favorite things ever is to use True Protein. I either did like pumpkin, because already it's, you know, the fall and the holidays. I was making myself what to me tasted like a pumpkin Jamba Juice situation without all the extra stuff. Then for lunch, what would I do? I would eat either like huge salads, again with avocado. My favorite greens is arugula. I think it tastes delicious. I would chop up peppers and literally just make myself like this huge, hearty salad. And another thing that I would have in between, like as a snack, I love nuts. I still love popcorn, so I would still eat popcorn. I have a specific one that I really, really love. It's called green popcorn. Lana, can you grab me the green popcorn? Okay, one of my favorites. This right here is Aziza's Herbal Green Popcorn, organic vegan popcorn, made with spirulina, created with love. Yo, I swear it to you guys, if I went to a movie theater, I would literally take with me my own snacks. And my other favorite snack, oh my God, you guys, Asha Pops. Asha Pops are amazing. This is my favorite flavor. It comes in popped water lily seeds, turmeric garlic, 100 calories for this entire bag. And it only has 17 carbs. Dietary fiber is amazing. Guys, these are my friends. And I love them very much. And they got me through when I wanted crappy snacks for dinner. For dinner, I was obsessed with veggies. We are talking, literally, I would make myself either vegan chili, like a huge pot of beans. I love lentil soup. Oh my God, lentil soup blesses my soul. I would do like soup and a bunch of roasted mushrooms. Lana makes fun of me because she knows I've loved that sauteed kale was bomb. I would sit and eat broccoli, like steamed broccoli, like it was no tomorrow. But I felt so good about myself because I was like, I am filling myself with such good nutritional food. And I would drink a gallon of water a day. Again, I'm not telling everybody that you should drink a gallon of water a day. That may be too much water for you. But for me, it was amazing. I felt a difference in my skin. I felt a difference in even like moments that I had like crazy cravings. I would either drink hot water with lemon and like just drink it down. That would take the craving away. Or I would just sit and like chug water. And when I would drink the water, I would feel full. Even though I had just eaten, you know when you finish like a healthy meal and you're like, but I'm still hungry. I've been there. Drink water, drink hot water with lemon. That is the key. Now that I can discuss it, preparing for The Masked Singer really helped me with my fitness goals. You guys, I knew that I was gonna be singing, dancing at the same time, and doing all of that with like a 20-pound suit on top of me. So the number one thing I was thinking in my mind was, yo, you have got to get your stamina up. You have got to be able to sing these songs, dance the choreography, and not sound winded the entire time, like trying to catch your breath. And trust me, that is exactly how I sounded the first time I attempted the first song, which is Jonas Brothers' Sucker for You. I remember back in the day hearing stories about Destiny's Child getting in like their best shape of their life to be incredible performers because they used to run track and sing at the same time in heels, I think. I didn't go as far as the heels, but I definitely have an elliptical machine downstairs in my house, and I would get on the elliptical machine every single day, every morning, right after I did my first 15. My first 15 would mentally prepare me to go for my goal. I did 45 minutes a day, and I would sing at the top of my lungs whatever song I was preparing for. Footloose, I really was like super dedicated. I was on that machine like, been working so hard, and it was hard to be able to belt and keep up the stamina of being on an elliptical machine. So I literally would do 45 minutes of elliptical in the morning. I then would go to dance rehearsal. Then I would do another 45 minutes of elliptical in the evening. Now, the days that we actually were performing were like 4 days out of the week, and I would not do weights on those days because there's nothing worse than trying to perform and you're sore. That's like making yourself work twice as hard. The other 3 days that I was off, those were the days that I would work out, and the app I would use was 8Fit. 8Fit is an app that allows you to do workouts at home, and I'm obsessed, and me and Israel would do like 2 of these a day. You go right here, Tabata, literally 13-minute workout. This is march in place, see the exercises, wall sits, donkey kick, plank, 10 push-ups, fast feet. I would knock this out and literally feel amazing. It's something that was easy for me to accomplish. I think sometimes we do workouts that aren't realistic for us, and then you feel so defeated when you're done. I never felt that way with this. 8Fit, get the app. Let me know if you guys love it in the comments below. Moving right along. I did not eat out. Like, when I tell you socializing for me it's now cool for me. Like, I can go to a restaurant, I know what to order. But when you are in the grind, when you are literally fighting for a goal that you have set in your heart and in your mind, there are going to be so many distractions, from social events to your friends. One of the greatest tips I ever heard in my life was from my trainer who got me ready for my wedding, Masi Arias, and she would see some of my friends that would be around me that literally would almost mock my discipline. And they would be like, oh my gosh, just eat the bread, Adrienne, just eat the bread. And keeping it real with you, those people were very thin and looked amazing in bikinis, and they were able to eat what they wanted to eat. That was not my story. So while they were looking at me like I was silly, I will never forget, she saw that happen and she was like, that's not your friend. Anyone that is a distraction or someone that's getting in the way of you reaching your ultimate goal or doesn't support you or encourage you, you might want to cut those people off. That sounds really drastic, but that has been one of the most helpful things. And I think even if you are in a relationship with somebody, you need to have that conversation. And I did. I had that conversation with Iz. I'm like, you've been on your journey. You look amazing. How can you help me? How can we help each other? How can we be the healthiest versions of ourselves? We started saying this thing. We started saying to each other, self-discipline is sexy. And I loved that. I loved that we would look at each other and before eating like the whole bread basket, I'd be like, damn, self-discipline is sexy. Because when you recognize how strong your willpower is and how strong your mind is to stop you from eating things or making great decisions, you recognize that that ends up being a common thread throughout every area of your life. I'm being honest, you guys, if I drink, all my self-discipline goes out the window. I am not only suddenly the Tasmanian devil when it comes to food, but I'm like coming up with inventive ideas. Let's leave here and go to Jack in the Box. From Jack in the Box, let's go to Taco Bell. I want a cheesy gordita crunch, like out of control. So alcohol does actually expand your stomach. Fun fact, Google that. And 2, it actually wreaked havoc on my vocal cords as well. Like drinking alcohol and trying to sing don't go together. And I needed to be in bed and well rested, not shouting or screaming. So social activities were out. And you have to remember, you guys, I couldn't tell people what the project was that I was working on. So for literally the 3 months that I shot Masked Singer, I felt like I was in the witness protection program. But it allowed me to be so focused on my goal, so focused on being healthy, detoxing, and that was an amazing part. The crazy thing is that I was so focused on my goal and I was so engulfed in shooting the Masked Singer and doing these performances. Honestly, I did not even notice that I was losing the weight until we had to take my costume in. At some point, they were like, your costume is baggy on you, like you've lost a significant amount of weight. And I was like, oh my gosh, like they're taking my costume in, like this is amazing. You are not gonna see results right away. Forget about the results and focus on the goal of being healthy, and then the results will come. And when they get there, you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, when I got back to the reel in September, everyone was like, you're so tiny. Take pics of yourself in the mirror, in like your underclothes or in a bathing suit, and watch your transformation. That for me was like, whoa. Seeing the difference was crazy. There is something so dope about achieving your goal and knowing, for me, it was knowing I absolutely can do this. It is possible. It just takes self-discipline, and that makes me feel great, knowing that it's something that I absolutely have control over. I've read so many amazing compliments for you guys, so I just want to tell you thank you. You guys have also inspired me in a major way. Some in good ways and some in bad ways. Some of your comments that were like, why does she have 7 chins? Or why is she look a certain way? That was something that I turned into fuel to be the best version of myself. And a lot of you guys have given me the best compliments ever, saying that I look great, and that just reminds me every day to continue to be good to myself, good to my body. Don't forget to subscribe and comment below. I love you guys. I hope this helped you. Those are all the deets, folks. I'll see you next time. Mwah. Besitos.